The Orange Democratic Movement is a political party in Kenya. It is the successor of a former grassroots people's movement which was formed in the 2005 Kenyan constitutional referendum. The erstwhile single party which separated in August 2007 into two. The two parties are the Orange Democratic Movement Party of Kenya and the Wiper Democratic Movement, Kenya. The name Orange originates from the ballot cards in the referendum, in which a yes's vote was represented by the banana and a no vote was the orange. Thus the parties claim successorship to those who did not support the referendum at the time. The original linchpins of the ODM were Uhuru Kenyatta's KANU party and Raila Odinga's LDP. However, KANU has since pulled out, and the two groupings are headed by Raila Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka. Constitutional referendum. The no vote, which the ODM campaigned for, won out with 58.12% of Kenyans voting down the proposed constitution, granting victory to the Orange. Following the rejection of the constitution, President Mwai Kibaki proceeded to dismiss his entire cabinet. The response of the ODM was to say that this was a step in the right direction, but called for immediate general elections for the entire Kenyan government, claiming that the Kibaki regime had lost its mandate as a result of the referendum which it vigorously campaigned in favor of. Kibaki's government has resisted this and elections were not held until the last week of Kibaki's 5-year constitutionally mandated tenure. However, the ODM has emerged as a major opposition party along with KANU, and has organized a number of rallies throughout the country asking for elections and a new constitution amongst other demands. Also, the ODM has protested Kibaki's new cabinet. Liberal Democratic Party, which opposed the referendum, was dropped out of the cabinet. 2007 elections. After the 2002 elections, KANU was beaten into opposition, while LDP was a partner in the ruling NARC coalition, until it was kicked out after the 2005 referendum. LDP had supported no vote at the referendum, thus being against President Kibaki. Following the united stand in the referendum debate and responding to a threat by a newly formed NARC Kenya party, the leaders of KANU, LDP and some smaller parties decided to team up for the upcoming 2007 Kenya general elections, forming the Orange Democratic Movement, which was named after the symbol of an orange used to represent no in the referendum. However, opportunist lawyer Mugambi Imaniera managed to register ODM as a party before the coalition did, forcing them instead to use the ODM Kenya banner. As 2007 progressed, the coalition proved unstable, with various factions defecting. Uhuru Kenyatta's KANU were the first, pulling out in July 2007 and endorsing President Kibaki's re-election, although some individual KANU politicians stayed in ODM. Then, due to internal rivalry between Kalonzo Musyoka and Raila Odinga, ODM split into two factions in mid-August 2007. Raila's group, which also included Musalia Mudavadi, William Ruto, Joseph Nyaga and Najib Balala, defected from ODM Kenya and took over the ODM party registered by Mugambi Imaniera, while Kalonzo's group, led by himself and Dr. Julia Ojambo, remained in the original ODM Kenya. The two factions held their elections for presidential candidate on consecutive days at the Kasarani Sports Complex in Nairobi. On the 31st of August 2007, Kalonzo Musyoka defeated Julia Ojambo for the ODM Kenya ticket. Then on the 1st of September, Raila Odinga defeated Ruto, Mudavadi, Balala and Nyaga. There were allegations that some delegates attended and voted in the nominations of both parties, bringing to light the problem of ambiguous political party membership that is in Kenya. General election. Raila and Kalonzo then faced President Kibaki in the general election. Kibaki was declared winner of the elections in circumstances that were described as questionable by various observers. The manner in which elections were conducted bordered on poll rigging. The now disbanded Electoral Commission of Kenya chairman, Samuel Kivutu, could not explain why votes from nearby constituencies had not reached tallying center in Nairobi while those from far-flung zones of the country were tallied on time. Some poll results were erased by whiteout and rewritten in favor of the then PNU presidential candidate. The maths failed to add up, as many polling stations in perceived PNU zones had more votes cast than the number of registered voters. ODM disputed the results. Violence erupted in the country, with ODM supporters in Kibera, Naivasha and Nakuru being targeted for attack by Mungi Kiteri gangs, allegedly backed by police. PNU supports were also targeted for attack by ODM supporters. People of ethnic Luo were killed by bullets in Kisumu, Kibera and Nakuru in large numbers, while people of ethnic Kikuyu were killed in Rift Valley in large numbers. ODM ended up winning the majority seats in Parliament. It became the largest party in Parliament after the December 2007 elections with 99 members of Parliament, and went ahead to win 3 out of 5 by-elections in early 2008. However, it seems that the jinx of losing members of Parliament still haunts the party, since no sooner had by-elections been conducted in the constituencies of 2 ODM MPs who were killed at the beginning of the year than 2 more MPs died in an aircraft crash. Some ODM MPs whose elections were contested in court have lost the seats, and more elections petitions are still going on. Political Parties Act and party elections. Following the passing of the Political Parties Act, ODM held its internal elections in late December 2008, with Prime Minister Raila Odinga emerging as party leader, and Industrialization Minister Henry Kosgei as party chairman. However, due to agitation over regional and gender representation, some party posts had to be created on the day. Raila has since fallen out with William Ruto and Najib Balala, 2 key members of the party, as well as his longtime deputy Musalia Mudavadi. 2013 general elections.